Hi, this is Miss Andrea and welcome back to my channel. I haven't made videos in a couple of weeks, mostly because I was having troubles with my voice. If you listen to my last couple of videos, my voice is acting weird. I think it's from snoring, so I'm working on the snoring. I joined a website called Quora, Quora, and I answer homeschool questions that people send me or post. A lot of the questions I answer, there's an actual request for me to answer the questions. And I just want to go over maybe 2 or 3 of those questions today. Okay, so the question is, why are parents allowed to homeschool their kids? To teach in the public school system, teachers have to learn child development, show proficiency in their area, and be certified, but anyone can homeschool their kids. Okay, well, first of all, I found the question super duper rude. Okay, so here's what I wrote about the question. Why are parents allowed to homeschool their kids? Because teachers need all this, you know. Anyway, so here's my answer. Why are people allowed to do their own plumbing? Plumbers need certification and licensing, yet anyone can fix their own toilets. Why are people allowed to cater their own parties? Caterers are required to be skilled and licensed to cook for the public, but anyone can make food for their own parties. Why are people allowed to cut and color their own hair? Hairstylists must graduate beauty school and be licensed, yet anyone can do their own hair. I hope I've made my point by now. The operative words are their own. I'm only allowed to homeschool my own children and no one else's. Someone can hire me to tutor or give advice, but at the end of the day, I'm only allowed to homeschool my own kids. If I were to put my own kids in a school, I would expect the person to hire educated and licensed people to do the job. That licensing is not to make the state happy. The children are not wards of the state. The state is beholden to the parents who entrust their children to them. So this is why just anyone is allowed to homeschool their own children, because the parent is the customer, like the plumber, like the person throwing the party, like the person getting the haircut. So if they decide to do it themselves, that is their prerogative. And yes, I understand that children have rights outside of rights of the parent, but that's a different issue. If someone sees neglect or abuse, they can report it, making sure they are not just reporting something based on their own biases and misconceptions. And so I thank them for the question because it was an interesting question, but it's also presented in a way that I found rude at best, right? Here's one that a lot of people aren't going to agree on. So let's look at this one. And the question was simply, should kids make a decision to be homeschooled? So let me scroll down to my answer. And my answer is mostly no. Sometimes yes. Parents are responsible for the child's education and are more aware of what is going on with school, teacher, community, etc. Things a child could never consider. No child under 13 could really have a say in that. It's up for the parents to decide. However, it is also the parent's responsibility to have happy and well-adjusted child. If that can't happen within the parameters of what they have decided is best, they need to recognize this and make changes to either the way the homeschooling is approached or consider another form of schooling. Once a child reaches high school age, I believe they should have some say. But it should be well thought out, not a knee-jerk decision. but the conversation about school should be happening. Segue, when it was time for my kids to enter high school, middle school age, we asked the question, is this something you want to continue? Do you want to homeschool into college? Or do you want to try public school now? And they demanded to continue homeschooling. I went on to write, I have received many questions from teens who are in public school asking how they can get their parents to homeschool them. And like I tell them, as homeschooling is the parents' responsibility, you're not only asking to change your life, but you're asking your parents to change their lives as well. So it's not just a child's or adult's decision, it is a family decision. Right? Right. Let's see, which other question might be something that's real? Something that we hear a lot. Oh, here's a really good one. The question is, can homeschooling damage a child's confidence? I was just really short and sweet with my answer here. So the question is, can homeschooling damage a child's confidence? And when people ask questions like that, they're usually looking for you to say yes. And here's what I wrote. Bad parents can ruin a student's confidence. Bad teachers can ruin a student's confidence. Cruel classmates can ruin a student's confidence. Considering that a homeschooler will encounter far less teachers and classmates, chances are that public school is more likely to ruin confidence. But life's a crapshoot. And that's kind of the end of it. Bad parenting is more likely to ruin a child's confidence than homeschooling. In it of itself, for what homeschooling is. I know a lot of public school kids whose confidence is dead, and private school kids and boarding school kids, whose confidence is nothing, just non-existent. So now, homeschooling isn't going to ruin a kid's confidence, and that's just garbage to even ask that. So that's what I have today. I hope you enjoy my video. I tried something different with my camera. I have a new phone, and I have a tripod, and we'll see in editing if I use this angle again. All right, until next time.